Okay, we're going live. Let's try on Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Easter Sunday. So in many traditions, this is a very important week, and this is a very important day. And I think that none of us, I'm going to just turn this a little bit so the Instagrammers can see me a little bit better. None of us can deny that the times that we're in are extremely important. And to that point, I would like to, I have never done a yoga ceremony, I don't think, on camera. I've done them with classes, and I've done them with myself every day. I have a years-long meditation practice that I've cultivated over, I want to say strongly over the past, probably since 2016. So yeah, probably for the past 4 years, starting this month actually. So it was 4 years this month. And I want to say I started cultivating it even before that, but in a very steady and very directed way, like I said, about this time 4 years ago. If you don't have a meditation practice, that's fine. It takes time to get there and to cultivate that desire and that stamina. But creating some kind of ceremony or ritual around that, like a steady time where you would want to sit and just be quiet for, say, 5 minutes, is a really good place to start. And it's actually, that is the point, is being willing to make sacred space for yourself. So let's do that today. Let's open up with, we'll open up with the sound of the bell, and we're going to burn some sage today. And we're going to set some clear intentions for some new beginnings. We'll be calling to the 4 directions. So if you'd like to do that within your own home, you can just determine where you are in the world and determine where there is north, east, south, and west. And we'll be actually starting with the east. If you need to do this in sitting and just turn, or even simply turn your head, that's also fine. So let's come into a comfortable position. Thank you, Pete. He's opening up the practice for us today. We'll open up with the practice of the bell. So be in either sitting or standing, whatever is a position that you feel like you want to do today. Just feel for the vibration of the bell. And if you have a candle, you're welcome to light it. As you see, I have one lit here. And I'm also going to be working with sage today. Sage is a wonderful way to cleanse the home, especially at full moon, and we actually did this last weekend a bit. And then we can follow with Palo Santo, which also brings that positivity in after you've cleansed the negativity. So yeah, Anna, if you want a minute, take a minute and go get that one. It's awesome, thank you. I thought it was good. So a good way to start with any kind of ceremony is to cleanse your own aura the area around you, in and around you. And then a negativity that's yours or not yours, right? We all carry both of those energies, right? So I'm actually going to cleanse Anna. You want to step over? I'm going to do her. I'm going to do myself first. You should always do yourself first. So you just take the sage around you. And I cleanse and clear any and all negativity coming toward me or from me, so that I am working in my highest purpose. Angels, archangels, all creatures of the purest white light, call you in. All entities of the purest white light, archangels, ascended masters, dear Lord, dear Jesus, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, cleanse and clear and seal in the holes of my aura so that I am working in my highest vibration for my good and therefore the good of others. And I cleanse and clear any negativity me toward Anna, from her, toward her, whatever, cleansing and clear all of that. And we'll keep the sage burning during the ceremony. We'll fill it in with Palo Santo when we close the practice. So let's all pause and take a deep breath in. And then exhale out. Kind of inwardly dusting and moving out any stagnant energy in the body. We call in the powers of all four directions today to bless this yoga ceremony, to bless the stage of life that we're all moving in, to give us the strength of each of their particular qualities, to help us work forward in an integrated way, in purpose and on purpose. Aho. We may turn to the east. Powers of the east. Aho. Powers of the masculine, the divine masculine. Powers of passion. Powers of courage. That go energy within us. Help us cultivate and stoke that now. I feel that's very needed. For many of us, it's difficult to stoke that inner fire, to find the stamina to keep going, or to even allow ourselves to stop and then start again. Keep us moving forward in a way that is of heart, that is inspired, that really is a new beginning. In the face of all that is falling away, continue to help us to hold heart, hold faith, be inspired, and step forward bravely into a world that we're creating. Help us understand that we really are the authors, the creators in every moment. Help us do our best. We know you will, East. Hope. Turn to South. Powers of the South, the hope. Take a deep breath in as we look forward into the South and activate your feet to get grounded. South is the power of the emotional body. It's the watery place within us. Warm waters. I can sometimes feel like we're getting engulfed, though. So in this time, as we lean into you, South, help us lean in to the various emotions that we are feeling. Help us lean in and understand and have compassion for the experiences of others. And allow them to have their space and understand that we can also feel their emotions and let them wash on through as we do our own. Help us have the courage to be in that flow. To understand that we are in the flow and we will not get overwhelmed. And if we do, it's maybe only for the moment. Take a deep breath into that. The easiest way to ride the waves is to actually take a deep breath and dive under. And then as we crest, it's often a bright sun that's there to greet us. We're washed clean. In that cleanliness, help us create with clean hands. So important these days, right? Thank you for the cleanliness of our hands, Sal, and our hearts. And therefore, with that cleanliness, we touch everything we do with integrity, with our heart, with our true selves. Unabashed, unafraid. Aho. Turn to west. Activate your feet and firmly press down into the ground of the west. Oh, west, place of darkness. Place of uncertainty. Place of nurturing. West is the power of the divine feminine. It is the place of nurturing, of earthy ground. Despite the uncertainty and what seems unstable, let us push into the ground that is earth. Whereas the east is the sun and the sky, earth is what we find in west. Nurturing, abundance, the kind of nurturing and abundance that can only come from resting, hence why it's dark. The sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. This is also a time to take credit and stock of what we have done. Resting in the notion, in the knowing. What we've done will get us through. That's all we need to know. Can you anchor on that? Can you take that breath in? Can you take that information in? And understand that even as the sun sets, it will rise. And even as you're resting, the sun is warming your back. Be in the embrace of Mother Earth, of that velvety darkness. Allow yourself to have this resting time to create a new beginning. To take all of what has fallen and put it into the ground and know that what's good of what has been will grow up into something better and stronger. Powers of the West are home. Turning to the north. For me, I need to turn my back to you. Powers of the north, aho. Good morning. Powers of the north, clarity. Powers of the wind, blow away. It's stagnant. It's fearful. That breath of fresh air, and we're getting that now. Can we look up and see that? Can we look up and, with crystal clear eyes, see that we have abundant opportunity to move forward with a strong creative drive, with the heart behind it, with the opportunity of rest and knowing, intuition of west. We walk forward into north with light steps. Without the baggage. This is that opportunity to go forward without everything that has been, only taking what we need. We can plan, we can strategize, and the power of the north allows us to continue to retool that. Help us find our purpose, to see it clearly and start making the steps, even if they're small, toward that purpose. Crystal clear eyes, crystal clear hearts, thoughts, unencumbered by all the old stuff. We walk forward. It's almost like the fool's journey. We have that. Can we bravely do that? Can we open our arms to north and let the winds carry us? Thank you, North. We know you can. Powers of the North. You can take a seat. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo to now bring in that breath of fresh air, that positivity, that opportunity to see with new eyes. And as I do so, I'm actually going to grab mine. As I do so, calling in the traditions that we're celebrating this week. Passover earlier in the week, and now Easter Sunday. So the story in Judaism is that the Hebrew people were rescued from Egypt by the guidance of Moses and Aaron and Miriam, and their bravery, and all of the Hebrew people's bravery during the course of the plagues, in order to move forward and start anew and start and begin again. In a new land, in a new way. And they did. They took everything that they had, and what was good continued. And then they began again. It's the story of history. We keep building on what is new. We do not fail. And then the story of Christianity, which we celebrate today is Easter Sunday, it's the dying of Christ, which brought a new way of thinking and a new philosophy into the world. A new era. We will build on that era. The compassion, the love of Christ. Let's bring in a little new now. So I burn this Palo Santo. Again, to bring in positive energy from this beautiful holy wood. We've cleansed away the negativity. Now let's begin anew. I can use my candle. And I chose a red candle today to inspire the courage, the tapas, the inner fire that we all have within us to move forward in beauty. There's a little controversy about burning this wood, so I am very grateful that we have some here in our home to share with you. I'm very grateful for the energy that this wood has imparted to us and is imparting to us all now. And I'm extremely grateful as I sit here for my family, my friends, all those who love me and inspire me, and those I have had the opportunity to work with and touch and share, practice with in these many years. For those of you who know the story, you know that the girl who was just in the camera a little while ago is my daughter, and I started practicing yoga when I was pregnant with her. She is my North Star. She's my North. I encourage you to find what your North is today. Let's sit in silence for about 10 minutes. Make yourself comfortable. I'll provide some light guidance. Sitting in a cross-legged position or in a kneeling position. Let's begin. Allow the hands to rest lightly in the lap. Palms down for a grounding gesture or palms up for a gesture of receiving. The eyes can be closed or gently focused on a spot on the floor in front of you. Become aware of your breathing. Of the natural rhythm of the breath. Feel how the breath happens all on its own. Become aware of the sensation of the breath moving through the nose, down into and around the heart. Cascading through the body. Feel for the expansion through the upper chest. Upper back. As the breath comes in. Feel for the ease in the upper chest and upper back. And the exhale. Continue to feed the breath in and around the heart. Notice places in and around the heart where you can use the breath to soften, to smooth, to soothe. Mind wanders, and we come back to the sensation of breath. Creating a cushion, space around the heart. More space around the heart. Until you feel like you're nothing but a big, beautiful heart. You can't quite go that far. Just go as far as you can. Come back to the breath. Back to the focus on what you can do. Stay simple. Stay soft. Allow the heart to be open and at ease, safe, held by the breath. Close the practice with a breath practice. Breathing in a white, creamy, golden light into the heart, mingling it with the color of that chakra, which is green. And then moving that green, goldeny, sparkly, glittery light through the back of the heart. We'll do this for 11 breaths. It's a breath practice I did earlier today, and I liked it a lot. I'm glad to share. Begin to cultivate a deeper breath now around the heart space. You can even open your eyes and take in the space where you're sitting. Breathe in through the crown chakra into the heart. Mingle that goldeny, creamy light with the green. Exhale it out the back. Exhale now if you need to. Take a deep breath in through the crown, into the heart, and then exhale it through the back of the heart. Green and golden light. All right, that was your practice one. The first breath we'll do, we'll get rid of any negativity that is yours or not yours. Kind of clearing out the space a little more. Take a deep breath in, crown the heart. Exhale out negativity. And make sure you're exiting out the back door of that heart. Take a deep breath in, crown the heart. Breathing in that golden light into the green, exhale out. Inhale, crown to heart. Exhale out. And on the next 4 breaths, let's add love, love, and even more love. Breathe in. Exhale out the love. Add more love. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Add a little more. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. And now on the final 4 breaths, breathe in your intentions for your new beginning. Into your heart from the ground. Breathe in. It can be anything, even just being positive every day. Breathe in. Open up in the back. Add more strength to the intention. Breathe in. Breathe out. And love into that strength. Fortify it. Breathe in. And breathe out. Just come back to a normal breath in and around the heart. Just see the quality of that is. You might feel a little lightheaded, more spacious, spacey. And we'll close with 3 Ums. You can bring the hands to the heart center and leave them right on your lap. Inhale in the heart. That concludes the meditation portion of the practice. We will move into some yin poses to get us into a little bit of movement, and we'll close with a few gentle yang poses if you'd like to stay with us. Okay? So you can stay on whatever cushion you're enjoying for the yin. Perfect timing, Vesper. Let's continue to do a little heart opening. Selected a practice earlier and I forgot to bookmark it. Let's actually start in a few shoulder shrugs to begin. Just provide and create a little movement in the upper back. So relax the arms to the sides and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and draw the shoulders up to the ears. Draw them straight back, and then exhale, squeeze around the top of the spine, pull the belly in and down, and back the shoulder blades down. Inhale, breathe into upper back, back apart, or desperate breathing. Exhale, squeeze the middle shoulder blades together and drag them down, belly in and down. And push your legs into the floor, your pelvis. Bring arms to the sides, palms up. Really glue them into the ribs and take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the arms against the body, drag the shoulder blades down, pull the belly in and down. Take another deep breath in into upper back. And then exhale, draw back around the shoulder blades, pull down, pull the belly in and down, push down through your hips. Inhale, breathe into upper back. And then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and drag them down. One more like that. Breathe into upper back. Bring the arms alongside the body, palms up. And exhale, squeeze arms against the body, drag the shoulder blades down, pull the belly in. And then let that go. Let's gently unwind the legs. You might need to windshield wiper your feet or your ankles in order to bring a little more blood back into that part of the body. So if that's the move for you, again, just extend the legs out, especially if you cannot feel your feet. That happens a lot of times in meditation. And then once that's complete for you, certainly take your time because we're coming up to standing. You can do this pose against the wall, or you can do it right on your mat. In either way, in either version, take a bolster or a pillow of some sort and place it, or a rolled up blanket is also a good idea. Place it onto the thighs for a posture called dangle. Place the feet very wide, and you can even, like I said, back the hips up so your hips are against a wall for support. Relax the torso over the bolster, the pillow, the blanket, whatever is your move. I like to do this pose against the wall because it really allows me to support. Opening in the back by pushing the buttocks against the wall. And letting the head really hang. Letting the heart really open because you're supported by the wall, by the ground, pushing into that west energy. And then let pushing go. Just let the buttocks rest back and the feet rest into the floor. That's one of the principles of yin, which is that we hold our poses for, number one, an amount of time rather than a breath count. And we also do it without muscular engagement. So the overworked muscles can start to let go and unwind. In a way that doesn't happen if they're firing, they're turned on, or engaged. So continue to allow the buttocks to rest back on the wall, the feet to just gently be drawn into the earth. That's a different sensation, right? Take one more breath all the way up into the upper back, upper chest. Exhale, release. And come into a squat position. You can take whatever prop, or maybe you're using a block or another kind of prop today. Coming into a squat position with the back against the wall. And again, we'll just sit here for a few minutes. Using these hip openers to also encourage an opening in the heart space. Because when there's tightness in the lower part of the body, in the hips, low back, buttock area, our root chakra, our foundation, we're all tight there. The response that's commonly noted in the body is a tightening around the shoulders and the heart. Right? When we don't feel safe here, we certainly don't feel safe here. Simply allow, you can even allow the arms to hang down. Mine were resting in my lap. Allow the back to rest into the wall behind you. The hips to relax into the floor. Head can even rest back. And let that go. Gently unwind. And come onto your mat for a reclined hip sequence. Come onto the back and plant the right foot on the floor, left knee is bent to bring it into the chest. At this stage, I probably should move my You can lengthen the right leg out on the floor and holding the top of the knee if the shoulders can stay relaxed. If it helps them to stay relaxed, to bring the hands lower on the thigh, do that. Lower and behind the thigh, I should say. A deep breath in. Wash the breath out. Continuing to rinse out the heart and maybe all the way down to the tailbone now. One more breath in. Exhale, wash through the heart, through the tailbone. Good and clean, all on the inside. Come into the twist, bring the left knee over to the side, maybe bend both knees if that's better for your low back. You can let the left arm reach out on a diagonal today. If it's better for your arm to be lower in a T position or even the elbow bent, go for that. Find your ease. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. Repeat. And come back to center. You come into a happy baby pose. Bring the left knee into the chest. Again, either let the left hand rest on the back of the thigh, or you can support the knee with the palm. Right foot can be on the floor, or the leg can be extended. Check in on what your low back has to say. And maybe your heart just wants to work a little less intensely today, and listen to your heart. If you've never read The Alchemist, that's a really good book to read right about now. And release. Let's change sides. Bring the left foot to the floor. Bring right knee into the chest. And take a breath here with the hands behind the knee or on top of the knee. Letting the back settle into the floor. Determining if this is enough, if the breath moving through the body is creating enough of a shape. It's really just right. Or if you need to go longer with the left leg, go for it. Be easy and comfortable in the body so you can hear the heart. It's not muffled by doing too much, by trying to take the shape of something that you just don't fit. It just isn't what you want to do. Come into the twist. Exhale, bring right knee over to the left. Maybe bend the knees or keep the leg long. Reach left arm out to the, right arm out to the side. The elbow can be bent or the arm can be in a T position. On the diagonal. Use this practice, use these shapes as a way to continue to meditate and embody the meditation on what you really want. Hearing what you really want and giving it free rein. Being true to yourself. No judgment. The minute you say I should, no thank you. All right, come into happy baby. Because babies don't do any of that, right? Bring the right knee alongside the body, supporting it outside the knee, or maybe just holding on to the back of the thigh. Maybe stacking the left foot on the floor. Literally be in the most comfortable version of this shape. So the music of the heart can be heard and obeyed. I think that's part of the new beginning, is that people will start to listen to their hearts and actually follow through with it, rather than continue to do stuff they don't want to do. Because days are over. There's no time for that. Take a deep breath in and out. And then roll over to your side. Push into the floor to come up. And let's do a little B series. Let's continue opening up in the heart. Speaking of heart, this is one of my favorite shirts. I only wear it obviously once a year. Step into Warrior Two. And come into Kite Hawk. Bring the arms out to the sides. And we'll really exaggerate the Kite Hawk today. So inhale, turn the palms up. Actually, I want to come into a B chair purr first. Let's do a little chair. Let's do a whole B series. Actually, let's do it from classic steps. Okay. So I'm moving around a little bit, but I just changed my mind. A smidgen. All right, let's come into a rounded plastic signs, and then we'll move into a B series. All right? Feet can come together, or they can be hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in and reach arms up. Exhale, forward fold. See, that's what listening to your heart does. Inhale, step the left leg back, pat the knee, bring the knee to the floor. Arms can come up or keep them low if that's better for your shoulders. Inhale, bring hands down to the floor. Step back into a table position. Knees on the floor, hands under shoulders. Pause, take a deep breath in. Decide if you really need to go further. And then exhale. Lower the knees if you lifted them, and then lower all the way to the floor. Strongly reach the toes back, strongly push the palms down. Inhale, lengthen the heart to come forward. Reach back to the tailbone. Exhale, lower down. Lift up to table position, curl the toes under, and then push up, downward facing dog. Lunge, inhale, step the left foot forward, bring right knee to the ground. You see I flipped my mat, right? My knee is padded. Arms can come up or they can stay low on the thigh. Hips, pause, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take one more breath in around the heart. And exhale, bring hands down to the floor, step forward and fold. Keep the neck relaxed. Inhale, reach arms forward, come all the way up. Hands to heart, exhale. Now I realize I'm not sure we're all right. Inhale, reach arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, step the right leg back, bring the knee to the floor, reach arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back. Tabletop position. Maybe going all the way to plank pose. Pause, breathe in. Exhale, lower the knees if they're lifted and then lower the chest to the floor. Point the toes, cobra pose. Inhale, push hands into the floor to come up. Lengthen chest. Exhale, lower down. Pick up into your table pose. Maybe go all the way, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, bring the left knee down, low lunge, arms up. Pause. Another deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward and fold. Really glad I did that. Inhale to come all the way up. Hi, Pete. Exhale, hands to heart center. Chair pose. Feet can stay hip distance or bring big toes to touch. Reach arms up. Inhale, sit hips low. And then we'll pause here. Come into cactus arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone forward between the thighs and look up. Bring elbows down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, come back into chair. Inhale, bring the arms out to the cactus position. Tuck the tailbone and look up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Push down in the heels and tuck the tailbone now. Bring arms out. Inhale, look up. Bring elbows down. Exhale. Forward fold. Now let's step into that warrior two position. Step the right leg back. Left heel down. We'll do the kite hop. Reach arms out to the sides. Tuck the tailbone now, get the back long, and then inhale, open up the palms, look up. And then exhale, roll the palms down, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, come back into warrior two, reach the right arm up. You can use a strap for this if you like. Archer pose, bend the elbow. You can grab the back of your shirt as well. Bring left arm behind to meet it, grabbing another part of your shirt, work your strap, or come to a full clasp with the fingers. Breathe where your strap, your hands, any kind of like impression is being made in your upper back right now. Push down in the legs to support. Another deep breath into that space. Exhale. Pull low belly down, push into your feet. And then release. Inhale to straighten up. Unwind the arms first and then straighten the legs. Let's do that again. Step the back foot forward, come into chair position. Inhale, reach arms up, tuck tail. Bring elbows out to the sides. Exhale, tuck the tail a little more. And then inhale, push the hips down as you look up. Exhale. Reach arms up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Sit in the hips, tuck the tailbone, bring the elbows out to the sides. Tuck the tail a little more and inhale. Push the hips down, stretch chest up. And exhale, come back to heart center. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sit back in a chair. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, bring elbows out to the sides. Tuck the tail a little more, inhale. Lengthen the chest forward, look up. Exhale to release. Step the left foot back. Let's do the kite hop on this side. Reach out to the side, palms down. Tug the tailbone. Stronger push to the legs. Inhale, open up to the chest, palms up. Exhale. Tuck the chin, look down. Inhale, open up to the chest. Exhale, push down into the legs, tuck the chin, look down, curl the pubic bone forward. Inhale, open up to the chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, come up, reach left arm up. Bend elbow, and have a strap in your hand or work with the shirt. Take the right arm behind to grab the other part of your strap or your shirt, or maybe you have both fingers, both sets of fingers meeting. Strengthen the breath in and out, around the heart, in and out of the heart. Strengthen the push of the legs into the ground. Inhale, unwind the arms, straighten through the legs, and come on down. All right, that's the Instagrammers. We're saying bye to those guys. Let's come into dragonfly. You can sit up onto your bolster, and we'll just do half dragonfly to each side, and then come into Shavasana. So get bundled up if you need to. I wish I bought this lesson for my bedroom. Yeah, no worries. Let's come into half dragonfly. Extend the left leg out, bring the sole of the right foot to inner thigh. Inhale, turn towards the left thigh, and just tuck the chin enough to create a forward bend. We'll hold here for a few breaths, returning to more of a yin quality in the practice. Hi. More of a meow quality. Feeling the movement that is still a part of the stillness, right? And then inhale to sit up. Change sides. Sorry about that. Reach the right leg out, bring the sole of the left foot to inner thigh. Inhale to sit up for full dragonfly. Extend the left leg out. Your legs can be wide, they can be in more of a triangle position, or more of an isosceles triangle position. Whatever is a comfortable, easeful position for you. And again, only coming as far forward into the bend as you can sustain. You know, what really actually keeps your heart at ease, not in anxiety or stress about the pose. Allowing the pose to unfold on its own, feeling the movement that is happening, albeit slowly, in each shape. There is an opening. There is a change. And as my daughter and I were talking yesterday, I think we always want things to change so quickly, but recent events have shown us that perhaps maybe that's not so desirable. We are learning to let things happen at their own natural pace in this practice. That's a reflection of life all the time. We just tricked ourselves into not thinking that for a while, not realizing or recognizing. Really easy. Inhale to sit up. Use your hands for support. Use a hand to pick up your head too if you like. So I'll leave you with this. To come out of this pose, girls. Hey, Pete, Vesper, never mind. Settle down. I'll give you out in a minute. It's obviously the natural closing of this class. Come into Shavasana. Continue with the chest opening version with support underneath the shoulder blades and the head, right? Or you can just come flat onto Shavasana with a blanket underneath your thighs in order to continue to support relaxation in the hips and the tuck of the tailbone. The classes I offer are free. And thank you to those who have donated and shared and liked the videos, the subscribers who have come on, people who have been subscribed for some time. I appreciate all of your comments, your suggestions. Feel free to reach out to me here on YouTube through direct message on Instagram, or you can email me at lisa.loring@gmail.com. I'll try to include that in the description today. Let me know anything that you need, any way that I can support you during this time. It is my pleasure. And again, thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, and shared the videos, and who have donated to our cause. And it just gets paid forward. I appreciate it. Namaste.